Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's doing good today. I'm going to show you an amazing thing today, guys. I'm going to show you guys all about market structure shifts. So market structure shifts are actually an amazing thing you can implement into your strategy. And I actually do have a strategy that actually has market structure shifts involved with it and huge high win rate. If you want to go ahead and check out the strategy. Also, guys, I have a Discord community. Go ahead and join the Discord community in the description if you would like to be involved in the strategy, how to make some profitable, amazing trades, guys. I'm here with you all the way. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump in here to some market structure shifts. All right, you guys, so I want to show you an example here. So say if you have a chart here, all right, we reached, right, say if we have a downtrend here. So we have this high to low here. Basically what we're looking for, we're going to look from the recent pullback, right? So this right here would be a market structure shift once price comes up and closes above it. Okay, once price closes above it, we're basically going to get order flow confirmation that price is bullish. So price is going to go up and take out a previous high. Okay, so that's kind of what we're kind of doing here. That's how I'm kind of showing you how a market structure shift works and how it is. Let's just say we have this downtrend here, right? When it comes to identifying market structure shift, we want to have a point of interest. So just say this will be inside of a fair value gap. Just say a fair value gap is like this zone, okay? We want to have a point of interest before we look for a market structure shift, okay? So basically that's what it kind of is. So basically what we're going to look for is the pullback. Boom. Price comes up, closes above, we're likely to go bullish. Structure and change in market structure. So that's basically what it means. So let's go ahead and show you an example here. What we're basically going to look for here is just simply a close above this wick. So this is going to count as a market structure shift. So once you have a market structure shift, you guys, so if I go ahead and wait for price to close above this here. So right here, it actually does end up closing above this. What I like to acknowledge this is a valid market structure shift. So what we actually have here is that market structure shift because it closed. Now we have bullish order flow in the markets. So what I'm likely to do, we had this bullish order, not order block, bullish fair value gap here. Price came into, used as support, right? High resistance area, came up, market structure shift. This here, we're in bullish order flow. So market structure shifts are going to indicate to you, okay, here's another confluence to enter a trade. So you want to go ahead and have multiple confluences, right? But basically a market structure shift is just going to indicate just a little pullback. If you're bullish, you just want to see a nice little pullback of the wick or the highest point here. This is more of a valid entry here of a market structure shift, but you kind of want to see these two here would be a market structure shift if we closed above with one of these candles, which we did here. So let's see what price does. Looks like it's going to reach this high here, as you can see. So we indicated, okay, cool. So price actually closed above this, which counts as a market structure shift. A lot of people actually go put their entries at that market structure shift. Boom, right here. Have their stops at a low in the markets and have their targets at a swing high going upside because that's the bias. So basically that's kind of what we're looking for here. That's how we use market structure shifts. Alrighty, so as we could see, we have a low, we have a nice downtrend going on here. We have some nice liquidity here. We have these highs, which could be nice liquidity, right? So price has to retrace to those highs, which is our liquidity, right? So we again look at this, we're inside this inefficiency, right? We actually bounce off of that. Okay, so if I'm looking for a buy, what we want to see is a market structure shift. So basically what we're looking for here is just the recent swing, right, of a pullback, but this one is not valid. Why is this one not valid? Because you want to see a nice swing, right, like this. We have multiple candles here, right? So what I want to see in order for this to count as a market structure shift, I want to see a nice pullback followed by a series of candles right here. Boom. I want to see price close above this. This will count as a market structure shift. Again, why won't this count? Well, it's only one up close candle. It's just kind of, it's a slight pullback, but it's not enough confluence rather than this high here, right? So let me go ahead and mark that out. So once you have an area of interest you're in, market structure shifts could apply for confluence. So a market structure shift doesn't always have to be any swing high, okay? It has to be a point of interest, right? So example, we're in that 5-minute fair value gap here, okay? So we're looking for buys, right? So I want to go ahead and see a close from that nice valid swing high. We got the nice series of blue candles here. Boom, we got that close. Where does price go? Keeps continuing higher. Boom, entry, right? This stop loss would be really low. I wouldn't take this trade, but that's just how you clarify. Cool. Well, we have these highs up here. Price needs to hit. So let's see if price will hit this high up here. It does. So we know that with that point of interest, while having a nice pullback series of candles here, right? And after the wick, the high of that candle here would be our wick. Boom. Close above, valid market structure shift. Boom, long entry, right? Pretty simple, as you could see. So that's how we use market structure shifts to actually help and provide confluence into your trading. If you guys have any questions, let me know as well. I'm going to go ahead and show you a few more examples right now. All right, you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and show you this bearish example here. For example, we have a higher time frame fair value gap here. All right, so we went into that point of interest. What I'm looking for is a rejection off here, okay? But to indicate that we're actually going to be in a bearish model here, what we're going to do is identify that market structure shift again. So where is the market structure shift? So just from the pullback here, we got these nice series of candles, right? I want to go ahead and identify the lowest point of that pullback. So it's going to be actually right here. So why not this candle? Well, look at, we have this pullback, although this is up candle, price still came down here. We still count this area as a pullback. So I want to go ahead and mark out the lowest point here. So once we have that lowest point marked out, what we're going to look for here is simply just to close below. And that's how we're going to know that we have bearish order flow. We're going to just wait till this closes below. So far it's rejecting. Boom, right here we got to close below. So a lot of people now, will probably enter on that market structure shift, just because that's how smart money works, right? Smart money uses market structure shifts to imply that there is bearish order flow here. So a lot of people will actually take a short here, and it will continue going down because we're in a market structure shift followed by that 1 hour fair value gap here, right? Higher time frame PD array. Alright, you guys, so hopefully you guys did learn something in this short little video about market structure shifts. They're pretty easy to explain, pretty easy to understand. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and drop them down below. Again, like and subscribe, guys, because I'm here for you all the way. And go ahead and check out the Discord community as well. It's going to be in the link description below, guys. With that being said, hope everybody has a great day. Trade on. Take care, guys. Peace out.